costumes and the cinematography and the set design were all really good. I mean, there were some alarming contradictions in the ending, but I'm an introvert, so I'm not going to tell you about them. There were just a few things that didn't quite make sense to me about the film, like the fact that the two human beings managed to survive in Barbie Land for a couple of days without basic human necessities such as food and water. Couldn't tell you anything about the film. But I mean, the new Malteser flavour is great. You can ask the guy who kept getting hit in the back of the head with them during the film. He got so angry. It was so beautiful. That scene where she sees the old lady on the park bench and she does to her, it tells her that she's beautiful. Or how supposedly the greatest minds in Barbie Land were brainwashed in an instant by Ken when he taught them about the patriarchy.
So obviously the movie was incredible. Hi, this is my real hair. But I say just get rid of all the extra content and have the dance party on repeat.
If I could get my brain cells back, that'd be great. I'm actually not sure if I liked it. I think I did.
It's confusing for me when everyone around me seems to be enjoying something. At that stage, it becomes very hard for me to tell what I personally think about it. Yes, of course I have my own opinions.
I know it was meant to be satire, but it was unclear which parts were satire and which parts were just plot holes. And I personally think that even satire shouldn't have plot holes. Maybe you should ask my parents about this. They forced me to come here. When I was young, people actually told me that I looked like Barbie, and I mean, like, we can't deny it. Like, clearly I do. I'm sorry, I can't. I weep for the future of cinema.
It was literally the greatest movie of all time. Like, seriously, tell me a movie that's better. I challenge you. That Ken song, literally the best song that was ever written in the history of the world. No, seriously, I've thought really hard about it.
Do you know how incredibly frustrating it is watching something try to make a point, but it's so incredibly fast-paced and overwhelming to the senses that it at best dances around the point without saying anything of actual substance? This movie was so important. It was such a powerful message to audiences about the importance of colour coordination. I actually thought it was really cool, and seeing it in IMAX made it so much better. I heard that the director didn't use any CGI in the film, so that shot of the nuclear bomb was based on real-life explosions.
What nuclear bomb?
Sorry, what movie are we talking about? I actually thought it was really cool, and I heard that the director didn't use any CGI in the film, so all of those sets were built in real life.
Wait, are you talking about Barbie or Oppenheimer?
You think I have the attention span to sit through a 3-hour film on nuclear science theory? Look, I think the main takeaway from this film is that we're all Barbie girls, living in a Barbie world, and patriarchy bad.
I have never seen a film so aesthetically pleasing in my life. It was heaven.
I understand that the film is satire, but I just left with this gut feeling that something was off. The film claims to be feminist, but it preaches a sort of watered down feminism. I just feel like there are more important things to be said now than just men and women can coexist. It's great that Mattel has created a Barbie doll that can do and be whatever she wants. But what about the working conditions for women at the Mattel factories? What about the fact that Mattel comes off really well in releasing this pro-woman film in this current climate and are therefore profiting from it? What about the fact that Mattel has made over 100 brand deals during the marketing period for Barbie? The clear ulterior motives just don't sit right with me.
Okay, great. I reckon we've got our take.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
I couldn't even resist. Straight after the movie, I went to a tattoo shop and I got Barbie tattooed on my hand. Sorry, that's my arm, not my hand. The main tattoo artist wasn't there, so the intern was like, do you mind if I do it? And I was like, of course not. I just want the tattoo, right? Good is it?
Watching this film was actually incentive for me to hurry along my time traveling project so that I can go back and claim those 2 hours of my life back. Honestly, why do I expect more of cinema? I think the issue is me. I should stop expecting more of cinema. I should just stop expecting advanced, nuanced commentaries on important social issues.
Oh, people are taking this film way too seriously. It's just a bit of fun for the kids and some nostalgia for the adults. I personally was laughing the whole way through. That Ryan Gosling is so cheeky.
People don't actually know this, but when I auditioned for the Barbie role, they almost gave it to me, but I decided to give it to Margot Robbie because I just was kind of like, well, you know, she's a well-known figure, and for the sake of the Barbie itself, you know, I'm an altruist. I just wanted the movie to do well, you know, and so I just kind of knew that because she's, you know, more successful or whatever, you might argue in some cases. I just thought maybe the film would do better if it was her in the role and not me. So, look, was it hard to give up the role? Absolutely, but I just care about cinema, you know.
I don't know why Barbie would choose to be human. Being human is torture.
And you know, Personality Database says that Margot Robbie is an ESFJ, so I gotta support my gal. Nah, look, I actually really liked it. I had a really good time, and I think people just need to calm down because it was maybe the least offensive movie ever. Now, if you want to talk about really offensive films, let's take a look at the Disney live-action remakes.
It becomes very hard for me to tell what I personally think about it. What I do know is that that car really overshadowed my audio.
Hi. Ooh, oops.
Look, I think at the end of the day, the main takeaway from this film is that we're all Barbie worlds, living in a Barbie girl. I mixed those up. Really brainwashed in a matter of seconds by Ken when he teaches them about the patriarchy. Land without basic necessities such as human and water.